You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got to change to get mount. How can I walk in doubt?
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jackson looking to throw right away. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people.
That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
A first carry for Rachaad White.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
C.J. Mosley getting to him behind the line of scrimmage there.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Jackson. He completes it right side to White. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They stay on the ground with White. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
3rd and 3.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Here's Nix.
Forced out to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
They're going. It's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Now it's Nix.
Throw left side complete. That's Williams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
To throw, here's Nix. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Bo Nix.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Jackson now from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. As they've got it as we resume action. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And Diggs has it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Again, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete, left side to Bateman. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Jackson now. Finding Knox there, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Christian McCaffrey with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing Nix. This one completes Alec Pierce.
That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Buying time to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Nix from the shotgun.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. To throw is Nix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Nix to the air. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Working out of the gun is Nix. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Alec Pierce, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys get into watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
67 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Play action. It's Jackson.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Now Jackson.
That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. And Jackson throwing once more.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Jackson. And a dump off to White. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pick up there of 20 yards. To throw again is Jackson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the foot. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Following the fumble recovery, Nix, man open left side, it's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Here's Nix.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Now it's Nix.
Steps away to his left.
And he's got Pierce.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. In motion, Slayton. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. In motion goes the tight end. To throw, here's Nix. He's got his man, it's Pierce. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Looking to throw. Nix. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? McCaffrey. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Again, McCaffrey. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Curtis Samuel, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll go up the middle with White.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And now here is another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Throwing Nix.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Jonathan Grenard
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan? Introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Now back to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Jackson now. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Here's Jackson to throw.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
No, we change it. It's not. Go ahead. Hey.
Again, Jackson.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He completes it right side to White. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks